I shared this slide the other day, and I just want to go over a couple things that and kind of dive in a little bit more. So I talked about the red star. The red star is your North Star. The red star is where you want to be. The red star really is anything that you want to be, do, or have is possible for you, but you have to understand that I have to live there. I have to basically park my mind there. I can't be bouncing back and forth between the blue dot, which represents where you are today, and the red star, where do you want to be tomorrow. So the way I do this, one suggestion would be, I talked about auto-suggestion, and these are your thoughts. You are replacing those negative, self-defeating, limiting thoughts that we all have that say to you, who do you think you are? That imposter syndrome voice that says they're going to find out. It's just a matter of time. And so you have to, if it were possible to turn it off, that would be great. And it is possible over time. But right now, we're just going to work on lowering that volume and replacing it with something else. So if you're familiar with the good book, good book says you don't fight evil with evil. You don't fight darkness with darkness. You replace it with a light. You replace it with something good. So we're not going to directly confront the negative thoughts, but we're going to replace them with positive thoughts. So as I think in terms of auto-suggestion, what I have over here, auto-suggestion, I'm going to start thinking about what are the favorable outcomes. What is that type of person? How does he or she walk? How do they talk? How do they behave? And this is not fake it until you make it. This is to embody that person. This is me thinking, how does that person act? How do they behave? How do they handle situations? And to recognize and realize that it's possible for me. If you have read the book Psycho-Cybernetics, this is a good reminder to go read it again, number one. If you haven't, you definitely should not just read it, but study it. But one of the things that it talks about is synthesizing experiences. So what does that mean? Your mind does not know the difference between an actual external event and one that you close your eyes and you imagine. And this is when I talked about the 6 IFs over here, your intellectual faculties. One of them is the use of your imagination. So if I start to close my eyes and I imagine myself in a particular environment, a favorable environment, how would I talk, how would I walk, how would I behave, then I'm synthesizing that experience. My mind and my body start to think that it's actually happening. So imagine that you're going for an interview and you're thinking about the favorable way. Who is the rich, or you, replacing the name rich with you, that's going to show up in that interview. So what I would do is close my eyes and I'm thinking I'm walking into the room. I'm confident, not arrogant. I'm confident. I'm smiling. I'm shaking hands with confidence. My shoulders are back. I feel relaxed. I'm kind of nice smile, genuine smile. And I'm rehearsing that over and over again. And I'm rehearsing the questions that they're asking and how am I answering them. Perfectly fine if I don't know the answers, but I should have a reply. I should have a response to just about everything because I've invested the time and energy into this. So one of the things that you want to do that's going to help you substantially is to synthesize an experience. Now, if you can have an actual real life experience, that's phenomenal. Because we always want to remind ourselves that we want to constantly be outside of our comfort zone. You don't really grow at all, and if so, very minimally when you're inside of your comfort zone. But if you can manage to be outside of your comfort zone, not too far where you're guaranteed failure, but just outside of it, what they call the Goldilocks rule, which is a little too much, not too little. If you're just outside of that comfort zone, then you're going to grow. You're going to feel a certain level of excitement, not necessarily stress. Your brain waves are going to be probably low beta, not high beta. So you're not stressful. You're not thinking unclearly, but you're thinking this is new, this is different, and how would I respond? How would I react? And so the lesson here, the point that I want you to take away is that, yes, ideally, you want to go out into the world and try things. That is beneficial. But there's another way, there's a safer way of doing this, and that is by synthesizing your experiences. Let's say, for example, that you're taking a sales class and you're thinking that I want to sell, but my paradigm, the self-image, when I think about a seller, I think that they're like car sales people, used car salesmen, where they're could be slimy, not all of them, could be not very reputable, not all of them, could be out to take advantage of you, not all of them, but some of them. This is the picture that we have. You can decide that that's not the image that I have when it comes to selling. I'm selling a solution. I'm solving a problem. I actually have something that I know can benefit the client. I actually have something that I know will help the person avoid unnecessary potholes, will teach them to focus in this area and enhance this particular section or activity that's going to give them greater results and greater return on their investment. So again, you're just synthesizing this experience, and when you're doing that, again, your body, your mind doesn't know the difference. It's just outside of its comfort zone, and you're going to rinse and repeat. You're going to do this over and over and over again until it becomes who you are, becomes more natural. You've seen this slide over here in terms of the white pill and the blue pill. You want to choose what's on the right versus what's on the left. Both of them become truth. Both of them become a belief. And what is a belief? A belief is simply a thought that you keep having over and over and over again, and it becomes a belief. Not necessarily the truth, but it becomes your truth. And so you want to be careful of what you're thinking. You want to choose what's on the right. You want to choose these empowered thinking. And then eventually, again, it becomes part of your spiritual DNA, this perfect DNA that's inside of you. And so I'm going to stop here on this lesson, part 4 of the goal achievement process. Again, my name is Rich Arriaga. Have a great day. I hope this serves you well. Take care.